and try to shoot and gank us? No, we're not having that happen. And finally, a well-placed Horizon Tactical going down. And it looks like a Wraith Portal coming out, managing to get 45-15 to crack that shield, and it's not looking good for Venire. Then again, they could easily turn this around, but ooh, this may get a little shaky as not one, but two Bloodhound scans come out immediately.
I'm a big fan of the way Shiro played that as well. Poking up on the stairs, trying to get damage in, but playing really respectfully. Now with the backup of the team, Natty Nunez comes in and cleans up with the help of their Horizon. Unfortunately for them, that third party's already here, as Lava Siphon is the happening place to be, and Venire lose Nunez almost instantly. Blue arrows are taking up at the bottom of the map. The JSA are queens of the southern end of World's Edge. Flower Power, unfortunately, have lost a lot of their own reign despite picking up the Caustic, despite trying to play for a lot of zone control. That weakness of the Caustic that you talked about has pushed them out and left them with one res going off, and Dopey still down.
Unfortunately, and our two biggest teams, right? Well, I should say dominant, would be Flower Power and JSA, and it looks like they are going head-to-head. At this point, it's the Battle of the Seers, Battle of the Caustics. Those Caustic tanks going on left and right and left and right, and that is a down for Flower Power. Okay, safety, maybe not, but here I am panicking, and we're going left, are we going right? And it looks like Nice Girls is going to capitalize on this. We're seeing so many death boxes pop up left and right. It's going absolutely wild. That landing spot was menacing to begin with, and that rock only provided us so much cover before somebody got shot down.
The fact that Nice Girls have been able to survive this, however, is so big for them, even if it's just two people.
And then again, I would have to worry about maybe 3 squads down below, but that R99 is going to come in handy, especially for short burst and close range engagements that are about to happen in the next 20, maybe even 10 seconds.
Ark are in a really challenging position of trying not to be the team that gets engaged on, though. They're dead center between both of these squads and have the best spot in the game. You need to put down enough damage that you no longer become a juicy target. And Piku grouped up with the rest of the squad for just a moment before ulting them to the other side for a little bit of mobility. Maybe a flank, but maybe just a riskier angle. Get some nice damage with the R99, but Sammy's gone down in the meantime, and Ark, their targets are becoming juicier and juicier. Sammy might be able to get rezzed here. Zaramenta takes up a little bit of time, but Sammy gets re-knocked. And Ark, we're seeing them literally bleed out in front of us. Their influence on this game is being chiseled away at by the encroaching squad. Right now, they get the corner rounded on them, take down Ajax, but the third party is going to be incoming. And Sammy, though down again, leaves the rest of Ark as just one person. Piku against the world, and Piku isn't going to be able to take down LNW. LNW, they take game one. Good scan from the Spear reveals they're going up against White Shields, but their shields aren't much better. Loch Nessies have got to have an extract around the corner, and here they do. A little bit of extra damage from that flatline, but it is only a bit as everyone backs off onto the lower floor, leaving Horizon to heal up, and a great angle found from our Ash. Lavillion finds so much flesh damage, but isn't able to finish off the kill, and we are in a stalemate inside this building that is soon to be broken. Eden might just have an angle here, as that Devo ends up doing serious work, taking down one member, finding the scans on another, and ultimately eliminating the Janie wannabes. I mean, I was going to say, I've got my eyes on Princess in the game. It looks like the other squad does as well. Pushing in. There's a Caustic ult hopefully coming in clutch that you were thinking of earlier. Dopey's got to cover the outside angle, though, and Princess and Dopey are surrounded with Giggle Autumn, trying to group up with them, trying to provide them some safety. These Caustic barrels are doing God's work, but I'm not sure if God is going to be enough to save you from the team outside. Unfortunately for them, Giggle Autumn is enough, as Anita ends up being taken down. Princess finds another angle, and Mommies are taken out alongside Team Nothing.
Comes around, it's like the WWE Undertaker music coming out all over again. That ultimate's gonna come out, you're gonna get gassed, it's not gonna be fun. 114 damage! Oh my goodness, that was a straight beam.
Armenta just doesn't get to play the game, and neither do Ark anymore, as they're taken out as our 4th place team. Good placements last game, good placements this game, but we gotta wonder how many kills they had and whether it'll keep them in the conversation for our top squad. If you can keep the squad that's on the inside from being able to exit successfully, you're surely going to get yourself a game win, at least a 2nd place. That Thermite stopping the squad from exiting. Arcstar is going to cause a little bit of a problem, but EOS are largely all right on the outside. It's so difficult to engage on this team because you've got to run through the open ground. But look at that thermite, Witchy Callie is just burning down. All of EOS are on fire, and as they're forced to exit the fence line, they explode in flames. Mochi now fighting as the last two squads go head to head. EOS no longer part of the conversation, and Samurai Sky lives up to the name, comes down from the sky, but it's not enough to take down Flower Power and their stinky grandpa.
Who knows? It might. Oh, wait a minute. They actually could get a couple kills here, as they may want to capitalize. That is 68 the damage,
Oh, that's
68 the flash. Wow. Oh, I think Lust is
goes
going to push
down.
this.
Lust are not wasting even a second. Check out this two-man engagement into the building. Renee takes a lot of damage, but it still is a knock, and Peep is relatively full health. They get the chance to cover the rest of the team, healing up and prevent the res in the meantime. Out goes the Arc Star as Scarlet prepares for the next fight with relatively little health. Lust do have to be careful. They've got shields.
Yeah, I was about to say, they may have shield, but what good is that going to do? Not only against the ring, but the thermite grenades, and now you have a caustic to worry about. Oh my goodness. And Lust, unfortunately, Horizon is just down and out for the moment. And Lust may want to think fast here as that ring is closing and they only have about 30 seconds before they hit the next one. Also taking this time to reprieve, taking the time to heal up with another squad engaging them off in the distance.
That singularity caused some problems, though, and JSA need a moment to heal up. Fortunately for Sabs, that Arc Star doesn't land anywhere near her. She gets the shield bat off, and now gets to play peekaboo with the Peacekeeper, doing so much damage in just 2 pumps, cracking 2 shields, and now maybe even going on the offensive. CSM Janie has to be looking forward as Amelie does get cracked, almost taken down, but with one last Peacekeeper pump, Sabs brings the JSA dream to reality and takes out Nami.
Oh my god, those Peacekeeper shots were beautifully placed, especially in this case, JSA managing to fend off what would have been an untimely death for all of them, right? They were saying, no. Here's how we're gonna do this, right? I'm gonna dance for a little bit, maybe get a couple shots off with the Peacekeeper, and it worked exceptionally well in their case.
I can't believe they're alive right now. Since they've got this position, they haven't got the kills below them. Do they take that very same fight again and try and wipe it?
Oh my gosh, all of these teams are now hitting gold shields and purple shields, even red shields. Dangerously narrow for a lot of these teams that are outside right now.
What a swing from Ava. No R9 anymore. Now we're on the Volt, an equally deadly gun at close range. Luck Nessies are eviscerated, and JSA continue their reign of terror, moving constantly from this northernmost part of World's Edge. Turning the corner now, we've got another fight, this time with Ava knocked first. Can JSA actually come back from this? Will they be able to finish off the squad below them? Seems like the answer is yes, as Sabs ends up picking up at least a nice amount of damage with the PK, but finds herself with no health in a 1 versus 1 for what could be the whole game for JSA. Sabs gets the opportunity now. Med kitting up. We'll see if this is reciprocated on the other side as that thermite lands a little bit short and JSA keeps hope alive. A res might be going off on the other side. Gold knockdown shield means a lot here. If you can get just 1 res, as either team, you are going to be golden. And Sabs, having recognized that there's another squad coming at them, might just be the last one left on JSA. JSA are out, and Flower Power still alive are gonna get that amended pretty darn quickly because Arc are coming in for the third party of JSA. 2 games now, they've been the X factor that has eliminated JSA from the game. Can't help but wonder if eventually we're gonna get a little bit of spice in between these 2 teams, a little bit of upsetness. That's the way that this keeps playing out. Veneer have got to be upset now as they lost their crypto almost instantly, despite some nice Kraber shots from Shiro, who very soon is going to lose that Kraber if Mochi have anything to say about it. I have not seen that fast of a squad wipe since we started today. Able to survive the, you know it, third party that came in right after, and as Art struggled to survive in their own 3v3, they've got control of a corner and Bloodhound scans for a lot more intel. If they can make it work as Armenici almost gets taken down. Arc are left with just a 2-man on the inside with Arma on the out. Sammy needs a shield that yesterday stat, and as Arc Stars start to fly in, it's likely going to be Arc that's left pretty unhappy as well, because this is no longer just the one squad we're fighting. They're around the corner, commit to the fight, commit to eliminating LNW before they too will die.
My gosh, there's so much going on. We're about to see some of the nastiest close quarters fight we've probably witnessed in these last couple of games. It's game 3. Everyone's getting desperate for those placement points, for those kill points. You have 6 squads left and such a small amount of time, and that ring closing further and further and further. And there is going to be so much going on, man.
Has to play their corner very, very safe.
And honestly, you have that verticality, you have that movement, but with Seer, you have the ability to be able to ping people like that, and getting the shield crack, it is so bad, so dangerous, especially with that flat line. They may want to push this, and with that EVA 8, that's going to allow for some close quarters damage in the first place. Then again, I would be careful if I were VL, as 2 of their members are looking very, very low on shields.
I'm really happy to Lilax ends up taking this height once more, as it is going to be dominant in the end game. Yak with the Horizon has ended up opting into the low ground, though, and is now trying to back up Propellia. It's still 3 squads left, but it's one desperate push from one desperate Wraith, as Lust are now gone, and we're into our top 2 squads with 1 rat left. It's not even a question. VLL, they'll take the dub.
The map there, so you can see that Seer tactic coming out there, those micro drones not quite hitting as JSA push their way outside, and they find quite a beam. It's Janie on the side here. PK to switch, Arc Star down. The mobile shield will provide some defense here, but not before another Ordnance is thrown back away. Avali on the other angle here, and now they'll just push directly into the corner. A crack, a drop, more to follow, and guess who? Eliminated in 15. Test against most of the fights that take place in the buildings below, but of course, this initial trade needs to happen, and it needs to be clean here. Janie Avali already set up in a position. You got Sab looking for her own angles herself there. Sirens facing a drop of 2, and even with that Newcastle wall, it's nowhere close to a defensive position. A quick trying revive, but that doesn't work in the face of a PK right up against your skin.
Oh my gosh, this is getting so intense. I mean, crack out the wine at this point. I'm exhausted. I am just watching. This is wild. This is getting crazier. And JSA managing to put the hurt right now on those red shields. And oh man, I think we were about to see Horizon will go off there, and yet we didn't. They are holding off. This is, 53 to Flesh on that Newcastle especially. Oh my god.
I mean, for JSA, the ring pull could not be better. I mean, they're not even forced to drop here. They are still very effectively on this high ground. And I mean, I can't say the same. I have to know, where is EOS? Has the fight finally started here? The singularity from down below, and finally a drop from Exodia onto Giggle, Autumn, and JSA. They'll take to the skies with the gravity lift to dissuade and delay for now. But once they finally hit that low ground, the win is likely in their favor. Shots to rain through, and JSA with the win in game 4 here.
Just last week, Relic and I were screaming our heads off for caked up to win this one, am I right? It was such a crazy fight, and a lot was going on here. You had Mad Maggie tactical.
Whoa!
Getting burned alive! And oh my god, Sirens almost running into the face of death here, capitalizing 109 damage to Flesh and 54 with the Peacekeeper. And that is an elimination, Gigglebots.
Out and away from this zone. I will say, though, they've extended quite a bit of time kind of extending this far away, and Flower Power swoop in almost immediately on now their rotation back in from the zone.
And this is honestly a comp we've seen Flower Power win with at least twice last week, right? Seer, Valkyrie, and Newcastle. Valkyrie almost losing it for a cool second there, but managing to get those heals, get the syringes, and dealing 58 damage to those shields. And here comes the Seer ultimate. Oh, it's about to get nasty. We're about to see people in a world of pain, that is for sure.
Gravity lift there. It might give some verticality, but it's just the perfect prime subject for a bit of beamage to take place. Ms. Dopey on the other angle of the graph cannon, the first to find the knock there on the Chalice here. The rest of the Science roster looking to escape, but Ashkey faces bullets from behind. Ms. Dopey picking up 2. Now Giggle Autumn to find the rest of Sirens on their escape aid there towards the upper angles. I mean, we looked at Mommies just moments ago. At the end, they can clean that one up when they see it fit. Meanwhile, Lust stuck out here towards the edge of Ramen in these positions I was talking about fairly early on, taking punishment of their own. Yes, it's a drop onto Jazz, but they need to clear the rest of these squads. And from behind, it looks like there's a multitude looking to find their own. Only believe is likely LNW, and it's more than perfect. Vendetta drop there, a clean headshot found.
Oh my god, 210 damage with that Kraber, and will it be enough?
Oh, make it two,
is,
make
as
it two.
LNW is eliminated from this lobby. Wow.
Nothing, forced to finally make their way out from the north here. Lust, the only squad on the south side, and they're more than happy to clean up the mess that was started here. Guess who quickly eliminated as they start to pick up the last remaining members here of Team Nothing. We talk about that God spot. We talk about its level control here, and Lust, they're only moments away from cleaning this one up. One last standing member here from the Team Nothing roster, just hiding behind the last remnants of the castle wall, and they quickly run this one up, clean it up, and take a victory in Game 5 here.
I'm seeing not one, but possibly two squads there, engaging with maybe three. This could be the same squad, who knows? And Kino's Kittens taking some damage here, but that Ash managed to get that out of there in the nick of time, getting the white shield, and fortunately downed in the last second.
Out to the other side of the building here through the doors. Flesh to remain. Jiko, she looks for the final shots necessary there. It's a drop, but not before Kino Cutie herself also faces knocks there from Bell on the other end. Now a standard 1v1 situation, and one that will decide the fate here of Kino's Kittens in their last moments. On the back end there, our Seer caught right against the wall, but not enough of a beam to even get the break there. Flesh finally found Jiko to force her way onto the interior. A quick read, and just barely does she finally find the necessary elimination. They stay here on the backside. I mean, this is Kino's Kittens at this point. It has to be, right?
Oh,
we just
yeah.
saw them in this position. And JSA, I mean, I hate to say it, we know for a fact that this is just a direct 3v3 advantage. JSA is not a squad to lose out in situations like this, and Kino's Kittens likely to meet their end. There it is.
And they would have nothing to worry about. But it looks like JSA is going to try and hold the spot for as long as they possibly can. But that new castle wall is coming down, as well as the Seer.
I'll tell you what, Zaps there on the other angle is going to be potentially punished, but for Abely, she just wants to finish the job now. They can't face any drops, any kind of damage, because it's likely that Loch Nessies pull their way up through from the other side.
And here we see Nikhil feed Loch Nessies unfortunately eliminated, leaving just 3 squads left. JSA is looking good so far. Then again, that is a lot of damage taken. And R301 right to the face. And Janie, she narrowly avoided yet another. She has had a lot of close calls this game in the last, but you know what? Managing to recover almost every single time. Here comes the Valkyrie Tactical doing 18 to knock down shields. And they may actually try to push this.
And if they get this opportunity, they can finish off this squad in just a moment, but you have to be careful. Sabs, I like this. Obviously keeping a great attention, making sure they can go for the full thirst at any given moment, but has to continue to watch that northwestern end. There's still this third squad that could come in at any given moment to potentially capitalize. If JSA take any kind of major damage, any kind of drop, it's likely their game. Still, damage down, 2 knocks found, 1 remaining member. Armenta the first to get fully wiped here on the other side of the boxes, and now JSA, they know they don't need to exude that much pressure. They start to rotate back out here towards the northern side where they look for this next squad.
Oh my god, you can tell JSA was hesitating there for a little bit whether or not they wanted to push in. It looks like we just may get exactly that in a couple seconds. Here we go, 28 damage to purple shields, and there goes the Horizon attack just flying out of there. And in the kill feed, Arc was eliminated, and JSA takes this game. Oh my gosh.
JSA, I wouldn't even say hesitant. Hesitant isn't a great word. They were controlled